Hello friends, now in this lecture we will start the factorization of algebraic expression. I hope you must studied about the factorization in your previous classes. So very basic thing what factorization means. See, factorization means to make parts of a given algebraic expression such that when we multiply those parts we will get the original algebraic expression as we do in our numbers. For example, suppose I need to find the factors of 24. Okay, so now I have to make such parts of 24. When I multiply those I should get 24, then I will say those parts are the factors of the 24, and for that we have this method that is called the factorization to find the factors. Here I can divide 24 by 2, so here I get 12, then again I can divide it by 2, so I will get 6, then again I can divide it by 2, I will get 3, so we have to follow this process until we will get 1. Now you can see if I multiply these part 2, 2, 2 and 3, if you include 1, so here you will get 24. So these 2, 2, 2, 3 and 1 are the factors of 24. Okay, now in the similar way we have to find the factors of the algebraic expression. Okay, so there are some specific ways or methods to find the factors of the algebraic expression. The very common way or the very general way is to take out something common. But we can't say that just by taking common every time we get the factors of the given algebraic expression. So this is the one of the way to take something common by grouping the terms, by applying the identities. So many different ways are there to find the factors, but definitely anyhow we have to take something common. So we'll start this factorization by taking some examples. Okay, so here the very first question goes, right? Find the factors or factorize the following. Factorize the following. So one or two questions I will give you just to make you understand the idea about factorization, and then we'll start questions from your textbook. So let it be, suppose the very first example that I am taking is 3x square plus 6xy. This type of expressions you got in your previous or earlier classes. Now here you have to find the factors of this. That means you have to make two or three parts such that the product is the given expression. As I told you, generally in factorization we have to take common either directly or by making groups or by changing the position of the terms in that way. So here if you observe carefully, there is 3 and 6, and among 3 and 6 we can say 3 is common because 3 is 3 multiplied by 1, 6 is 3 multiplied by 2. So definitely we can say 3 is common in these two. Now among x square and x, see, x square means x multiplied by x and x is x multiplied by 1. 1 is always a factor of any number. Okay, so here again we can take x common. Now y is not in the first term although y is in the second term. That means y is not common on both the terms. So what common we got? 3x. So here I can take 3x common. As soon as I take 3x common, see, I took 3, I took x common. So what is left? It is x. And over here what is left? 2 and y. Okay, so plus 2y. Now you can check, if you multiply these two you will get this. If you multiply these two parts you will get the original expression. Let us see, 3x multiplied by x, yes, 3x square, plus 3x multiplied by 2y, so 3 into 2, 6 xy. So we got the original. So these are the factors of the given expression. Okay, this was the very, I can say, easiest or simplest question related to factorization. Okay, here in this class we have to go in the depth of this factorization. So, but I'll start from the very basic question. So this was the first. Now let us take one more example. x cube y cube plus 2x square y square plus 2x square y square plus x square y raised to 4 plus x square y raised to 4. Okay, so from here, first of all, if I check about the numeric values, here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 1. That means other than 1, nothing is common. So we can't take 2 common. Okay, now about x, here it is 3 times x. X cube means x multiplied by x multiplied by x. X square means x multiplied by x. Here again x multiplied by x. So I can say each term contains minimum 2x. So I can take x into x, that is x square common. Okay, now let us talk about y. Here this is y square, here this is y raised to 4, here this is y raised to 3. That means this term contains 4 y's. Okay, y multiplied by y multiplied by y multiplied by y. In that way this contains 2 and this contains 3. So among these 3 we can say minimum is y square. So I will take y square common. Now when I take x square y square common, so from here xy will be left inside the bracket. Here 2 will be there in the bracket. Here only y square will be in the bracket. Okay, now again if you want to recheck, that means if you multiply these two, so you should get this. So if you want to check this, check x square y square. So this gives you x square into x, that is x cube, y square into y is y cube. Over here 2 times x square y square, and over here x square as it is, y square into y square is y raised to 4. Okay, so in that way we can take the common to find the factors of the given expression. Now let us take one more example. 4x square minus 20x y plus 32 x cube ay. Okay, so now again we have to factorize this. So first of all we'll check what we can take from the numeric values. So here it is 4. Okay, so 4 can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. 20, it can be, however I can write this 20 is 4 multiplied by 5 directly, but here I am writing 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1. Then I have 32, which can be written as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, 5 times 2. Now you can see the minimum that is common in all is 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. Okay, however this type of thing should not be be required over here, because we can directly see this is 4, this is 4 into 5, this is 4 into 8. Okay, so I won't suggest you to go with this method, because this is little bit time consuming. So you should be able to understand that what is the common directly by seeing the number. Okay, but still if you are not getting directly, then you have to follow this method. So from these three, if I talk about numeric, 4 is common. Now here it is x square, that means x multiplied by x. Then here it is, and over here this is x cube, that means this. Now again the minimum that is common is, or the maximum that is common is x. So I can take 4x common. Now what about a? So first term contains a, second term does not contain a. So don't even go to the third term, because if second term does not has a, even though third term has a or not, doesn't matter, because it is not possible to take common from all three, isn't it? Now next it is y. Now y is the second term and third term, but it is not in the first term. That means again we can't take y as common. So this is the only thing that we can take common. So when I take 4 and x common, so what I left with, x a, 1x and a. From here I took 4 common, so among the numeric value 5 will be remain over here, and x has been taken common, so y will be there. Now over here it is 32. 4 I had taken common, so 8 will be there among the numeric value. Now x cube, that means x into x into x. This x has been taken common, so x multiplied by x is left over there, that is x square. And as a and y are not taken as common, so they will remain as it is. This is the final answer. Okay, now still if you have doubt, you can multiply and check that whether the on multiplication you are getting the original expression or not. Okay, so we'll see one more question related to this, that means this simplest one, and then we'll come to the question that are given in your book. So now here suppose I'm taking a little bit, this is a minus b square, okay, 4a minus b square minus 8a minus b. Okay, it took a little bit extended version, 4a minus b whole square minus 8 into a minus b. So first of all, if I check the numeric values, definitely I can take 4 common. Okay, because 4 is 4 into 1, 8 is 4 into 2, so 4 can be taken common. Now this is a minus b whole square, that means a minus b multiplied by a minus b. Here it is a minus b, so I can also take a minus b common. Now what I left with, a minus b, because 4 is has been taken common and a minus b has been taken common, so a minus b minus 2. Okay, so this is the final answer, 4a minus b minus 2. So note down these 4 questions and then we'll start questions from your textbook. Okay, so now let us start question from your textbook. Again we have to factorize only, so this might be asked that find the factors of the following or factorize the given expression. Okay, so very first question that I am taking from page number 128, example 1. Okay, page number 128, example 1. Example 1. Okay, now there are 2 questions in this, so I'll take the first one, second one you have to do for your homework. 2p a minus b, 2p a minus b plus 3q 5a minus 5b plus 3q 5a minus 5b plus 4r 2b minus 2a. Okay, so we have to factorize this. That means we have to make two or more than two parts, in short, which gives the same result when you multiply those parts. So see, you need the keen observations over here. 2, 3 and 4. That means nothing can be taken common from these three. That is clear. P, Q, R. Again, nothing can be taken common from these. These all three are different terms. Now here it is a minus b. Here it is 5a minus 5b. So if I take out 5 from this, okay, so here I left with a minus b, isn't it? So here in that case, here I will get a minus b, here I will get a minus b. Now over here it is 2b minus 2a. So even though if I take 2 common, here I will get b minus a. In first bracket a minus b, in second bracket I will get a minus b by taking 5 common. And over here, even though if I take 2 common, I will get b minus a. That means still nothing will be common. But see, here it is b minus a. And remember one thing that will help you throughout this factorization. Whenever I have a minus b, I can write this as minus of b minus a. Okay, or vice versa. Or vice versa. In other words, if I say, if there are two quantities and the difference between them is given, okay, a minus b, 1 minus 2, first quantity minus second quantity. So if I want to interchange their position, what I have to do? I have to take minus sign outside. So here I have b minus a. After taking common, I have b minus a. But I need a minus b. So instead of taking 2 common, I will take minus 2 common so that I can interchange these two terms. Okay, and by doing so, I will get a minus b over here, a minus b over here, as well as a minus b over here, and then definitely it is easy to take a minus b common. So let us see its solution. See, whenever you have to write solution, definitely first you write the given expression. Okay, so 2p a minus b plus 3q 5a minus 5b plus 4r 2b minus 2a. So this 2p a minus b remains as it is, plus 3q multiplied by 5. I took 5 common, so here I left with a minus b, plus 4r multiplied by minus 2. I took 2 common as well as minus sign common. When I take 2 common, here b and a will be there, and as I took minus sign common, instead of b minus a, here I will get a minus b. Okay, now a minus b, a minus b, a minus b, but I will do it later. First I will simplify this further. So this will become 15q a minus b minus 8r a minus b. Now it is very easy to take a minus b common. So when I take a minus b common, what I left with? 2p plus 15q minus 8r. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. And just we took common, but instead, see, in the first 4 questions, the common thing was directly visible, and over there we have to search for the common, what we can take common. Okay, so note it down, then we'll come to the next question. Okay, now let us see the next Okay, so example 2, its third one I am going to solve for you. Example 2, first one and third one both. Okay, example 2, its first one. Okay, it's very easy, but still I am taking over here. It's x square plus y. Okay, x square plus y minus xy minus x minus xy minus x. Now, why I took this for, although it is very easy, still I am solving this for you. Let us see why. Okay, now there are four terms. First of all, there is nothing common in these four. These two have x, but these three terms has x, but this does not has x. These two has y, but these two does not has y. That means it is very clear that it is not possible to take common from all four terms. That means we have to take common from first two and next two and so on, whatever. Okay, that means here we have to make groups. Now if I try to take something common from first two, okay, although there isn't any variable that can be taken common, but definitely I can take one common. So let us say I took one common. Now from these two, what I can take common? Minus x. So here I will get y plus 1. See, it is possible to take common from first two and from next two, but whenever you take this type of common, these brackets must contain the same expression. Why so? Because if they contain same expression, we can solve it further. But here these two expression does not, these two bracket does not contain the same expression. It means definitely we have to make changes in the position of these terms. That means we have to rearrange them. So now first, second and third, fourth, that doesn't work. So now I will go with first and third. I take first, and along with this I will take the third one, and then I do write the remaining. Now I do check what I can take common from these two. Definitely I can take common x, and when I take x common, here I will left with x minus y, isn't it? X square, that is x multiplied by x. So if I take one x common, one x will be left over here, and one x came out, so y is left over here. Now from these two, definitely I can take one common, but if I take one common, I will get the same term in the bracket, that is y minus x, and that y minus x and this x minus y are again not same. But as I told you just right now that we can make them same. See, there is a difference of only minus sign. Okay, so if I want to make it x minus y, what I have to do? I have to take minus 1 common. So when I take minus 1 common, here I do get x minus y. You can reverse check as well. See, minus 1 multiplied by x is minus x. Minus 1 multiplied by minus y plus y. That means it is correct to take common minus 1. Now you can see clearly that from this expression and from this expression you can take x minus y common. So when you take this x minus y common, what is left over? You can simply say, hide this, what is left? X. Hide this, what is left? It is minus 1. So these are the factors of the given expression. Okay, now next I will take its third one. Second one you have to do by your own. Third one I am taking x into x minus 2. Okay, third one, second, third, x into x minus 2 into x minus 4. X into x minus 2 into x minus 4 plus 4x minus 8 plus 4x minus 8. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. Okay, so this is first term, this is second term, this is third term. Clearly nothing is common in these three terms. Now here I have x, here I have x minus 2, here I have x minus 4. Now if I take 4 common from these two, because it is possible to take 4 common from these two, if I take 4 common, what I will get? X minus 2, and then x minus 2 will be common in this and this. Let us see how to solve. This is x, x minus 2, x minus 4 plus 4x minus 8. So here I can write x, x minus 2, x minus 4. From these I can take 4 common, so x minus 2. Okay, now see, this is the first term and this is the second term. What is common? This x minus 2 is common. So if I take x minus 2 common, what I left with? If I take this x minus 2 common, I left with x, x minus 4 plus 4, isn't it? Hide this for a while. So what is what you can see? X, x minus 4. Hide this, what you can see? Plus 4. So in that way. Now this x minus 2 remains as it is, and over here I'll get x square minus 4x plus 4. Now this can be factorized further. We'll see this type of we'll see the factorization, how to do the factorization of this type of expression, but I also know that you must learn this type of factorization in your previous classes. See, this is the quadratic expression, x square minus 4x minus 4. So we can find the factors of this as well. This is x minus 2. Now how to do this? X square minus 2x plus 4. Okay, right now if you are not understanding this particular portion, you can skip. We'll see in a separate lecture that how to find the factors of this type of expression. When I say this type of expression, that means in which first term has the degree 2 or power 2, second term has the power 1, and third term is the constant. So here it is x minus 2. Now from these two I can take x common, so x minus 2. From these two I can take minus 2 common, so x minus 2. So ultimately here it is x minus 2. From these two I can take x minus 2, and what I left with again x minus 2. So these are the factors of this expression. Okay, so please note down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next. Example number 3. Okay, example 3 says find the value of. Okay, you have to find the value of, it is on page number 129, find the value of a minus b plus c whole square. Find the value of a minus b plus c whole square plus b minus c plus b minus c plus a whole square plus 2 a minus b plus c into b minus c plus a. Okay, so I'll give you some time, think over this, that how you'll get this answer, and then I will explain you this in detail. Okay, so let us see how to find the value of this. See, that is one thing very sure, that definitely I am not going to apply the identity of a plus b plus c whole square. That means by expanding this and multiplying these two, definitely I am not going to find the value of this. It will be very tedious, time consuming, might be complicated. Okay, so then what to do? Now if you observe this carefully, here this is a square of one quantity, here is square of second quantity. For a while, let this is a square of x, this is square of y. That means I am considering this a minus b plus c as x and this b minus c plus a as y. Now again, if you observe carefully, this a minus b plus c is again written over here. That means it is actually 2x. And this b minus c plus a, whatever is over here, is the same over here, that means y. So now this is actually, if I take this as x, this as y, this is actually x square plus y square and plus 2xy. And I know that x square plus y square plus 2xy is actually x plus y whole square. So using this identity, it is very easy to simplify this. Simply at the place of x I put this, at the place of y I put this. So now suppose you get this question in 2 marks. Generally this type of question you are getting in your MCQ portion, but suppose you are getting in 2 marks, then how you have to write it for getting full marks. Okay. Suppose x is equal to a minus b plus c and y is equal to b minus c plus a. Then given expression can be written as x square plus y square plus 2xy. Therefore x plus y whole square. Therefore now at the place of x I will put a minus b plus c, and at the place of y I will put b minus c plus a whole square. Therefore now minus b minus c plus c, a plus a, 2a whole square. Therefore 4a square. That's it. This is the final answer. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now after example number 3, we'll come to example number 5. Page number 129, example number 5. Example 5, its first one. Again we have to find the factors. So expression is a cube x plus a square x minus y. A cube x plus a square x minus y minus a y plus z minus a y plus z minus z. Okay, a cube x plus a square x minus y minus a y plus z minus z. So let us see how to find the factors of this expression. Okay, so very first thing that we always start with, to find is there anything common in all four terms or all given terms. No, nothing is common other than 1. These three terms has a, but here this last term does not contains a. So that is for sure that it is we have to think why, we have to think any other method. Now if I take common from first two and then from the next two, again it is not possible. First two has something common, but these two does not have anything common. Now if I interchange the position, that means with first I'll take third one. So this first and third again has a common, but this second and fourth again does not have anything common. Okay, now first and second we checked, first and third we checked. Now if I take first and fourth together, so nothing is common in first and fourth. It means directly we do not find anything common. Then what to do in that case? So in that case we have to open the bracket. That means we have to multiply a square with these two and a with these two, and then we will check what we can do further. Okay, so here first of all this a cube x remains as it is, plus a square x minus a square y minus ay minus az minus z. Now we'll see again the same thing. Is it possible to take common from first two, then next two, and then next two, or from first three and next three, and so on? Yes, from these two I can take a square x common, definitely. From these two I can take ay common, and from these two I can take z common. So after taking common, see, as it is possible to take common from first two, then from next two, and from next two, it doesn't mean that you will be able to find the factors of this. After taking common, whatever is the left in the bracket, that also must be same. Then and only it is possible to factorize it further. So let us first take the common and then check whether we are getting the same thing in the brackets or not. So from these two I can take a square x common. So when I take a square x common, here I will get a plus 1. Now from these two I can take minus ay common. So when I take ay common, so here I will get a plus 1. So up to this I can say yes, it is possible to factorize further, because in the bracket I am getting the same thing. But in the third bracket again if I get the same thing, then and only it is possible to proceed further. So let us see. Now from these two, yes, I can take z common, so a plus 1. So this is done. Now a plus 1, a plus 1, a plus 1, that can be taken common, and when I take this a plus 1, a plus 1 common, I left with here a square x, then minus ay minus z. Okay, a square x minus ay minus z. So I hope this is clear to you. So note it down. Then we'll see the second question of the main question, fifth. Okay, now let us see the next question. That one is easier. I think you will be able to solve this. So next I will see question number 6, its first part. Example number 6. Okay, from the same page number, its first part, 4a square plus 4a square plus 12ab plus 9b square plus 12ab plus 9b square minus 8a minus 12b minus 8a minus 12b. Okay, so now how to factorize this? Very first thing, as I told you again and again, there isn't anything common in all these terms. So that is that particular way of finding factor is cancelled over here. So now see here I can see two complete squares. This is 2a whole square, this is 3b whole square. Okay, now this gives me a hint that it is quite possible that we can write these three terms in a form of a plus b whole square. If I consider this 2a, see, because this is 2a square, so I can consider this as x. Then this is 9b square, so I can write this 3b whole square. Okay, so this I consider as y. So if I consider 2a as x, 3b as y, so in the identity of a plus b whole square or x plus y whole square, see, this is actually x square, this is y square. So third term should be either plus 2xy or minus 2xy to make the complete identity. So here, as this sign is plus, so I write 2xy, that is 2 into 2a, and y is 3b. Okay, I am writing this by my own so that I will get an identity. Then I will check whether this term is this term or not. So this is 3, 2s are 6, 2s are 12. It is 12ab. That means this is very sure that first three terms gives you the identity of a plus b whole square or x plus y whole square. Okay. So let us do up to this and then we will see what further can be done. So here I do write 2a whole square plus 2 into 2a into 3b plus 3b whole square. Okay, I wrote these three terms in such a way that gives me directly the form of an identity. First square plus 2 into first into second plus second square, that is first plus second whole square. So definitely this portion is left, but over here I can write 2a plus 3b whole square, that is for sure. Now what about these two terms? See, now from these two what you can take common? Definitely I can take minus sign common as well as 4 common. So here I do get 2a plus 3b, isn't it? Minus 8a, if I multiply this, minus 4 into 2a is minus 8a, minus 4 into 3b is minus 12b, that is 2a plus 3b. Now if you observe carefully, now again we got something common. Okay, here 2a plus 3b whole square. So very first question that we discussed in this lecture was something like this only, x square minus 4x. If I consider this as x, so this is x square minus 4x. From these two I can take x common. So instead of taking x common, here I can take 2a plus 3b common. Okay, because here 2a plus 3b into 2a plus 3b is there. So if I take 2a plus 3b common, here I left with 2a plus 3b because here it is a square. One I took outside, so one I have to take inside the bracket. And this complete has been taken common, so here I left with minus 4 only. So this is my final answer. Now nothing can be taken common from here. So I hope this is clear to you. So note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now let us see the second part of the question number 6 itself. Second part of the question number 6. Okay, it is a square plus b square, a square plus b square plus 2 ab plus bc plus ca. Now this particular question has more than two ways to get the to find its factors. So let us see the very first method, a square plus b square plus 2 ab plus bc plus ca. Okay, so see here I have a square b square. If I multiply this 2 with 2ab, then a square plus b square plus 2ab gives me the identity of a plus b whole square, isn't it? So let me write that a square plus b square plus 2ab. Definitely I do write plus 2bc plus 2ca as well. That means I multiplied this over here. Now these three terms gives me an identity of a plus b whole square. So here I'll write a plus b whole square. Now from these two, what common can be taken? 2c, isn't it? 2c I can take common. So if I take 2c common, here I will get b plus a. Now a plus b and b plus a is the same thing, isn't it? Which property is over there? That sum of two numbers, if we change the order, still remains same. Still I'll add one more step for your better understanding. Here I do write this. Now it is very obvious. See, almost similar type of expression was there in the second last step of the previous sum, isn't it? Over here it was something like 3x plus 4y whole square, and here again it was that. So here I can take a plus b common, isn't it? A plus b can be taken common. So I will get a plus b plus 2c. This is 2 times a plus b into a plus b. One a plus b has been taken common, so one a plus b remains over here. And from here, if I take this a plus b common, I will get 2c over here. This is the one of the way to find the factors of this. So note it down, then I will give you one more way. Okay, now let us see another way to find the factors of this same expression. As I told you, there are more than two ways. Okay, so this is the question. Now see, we have a square plus b square. Now if I multiply, what I will get, a square plus b square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca, isn't it? Now if you remember this, these 5 are the parts of an identity. Which identity? A plus b plus c whole square, isn't it? If I expand this, not all, but I will get 5 parts. What I will get? A square, which is given over here, then b square, which is already given over here, then c square. Now this is not given over here, then plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2c. Remaining all parts are given. The only one part, that is c square, is missing over here, isn't it? So now we have to use this identity to find the factors of the given expression. Okay, so if I add c square over here, then I will get the complete identity of a plus b plus c plus a plus b plus c whole square, isn't it? But as I am adding c square, to compensate that, I have to subtract c square as well, isn't it? So what I will do, I do write a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca minus c square. What I added, I subtracted. That means I can say the expression remains as it is. Now some of you, what do you cancel this. If you cancel this, you will get the same thing. We included this so that we'll get an identity of a plus b plus c whole square. So here now I can write a plus b plus c whole square minus c square. Now these are not the factors, but again we get one identity. Now if I consider this a plus b plus c as x and let it be c as c only, so here I got x square minus c square, or for a while let it be y. So I got x square minus y square, and this is an identity. Square of first quantity minus square of second quantity gives you sum of quantities multiplied by difference of quantities, isn't it? A square minus, very well known as a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So I use this identity. What this identity says, that first we have to take sum of those two quantities and then difference of those two quantities. So here I can write a plus b plus c first plus second into a plus b plus c first minus second. Now see here, if I do write this without bracket, that is also okay, but sometime what happens, instead of single term, here you do get two terms or three terms, and over there if you won't apply bracket, you will get the incorrect answer. So keep that habit that you have to always put bracket whether the outside sign is negative or positive in both the cases. Now I'll open the bracket. So here I will get a plus b plus c plus c, and here I will get a plus b plus c minus c. Now this minus c, okay, and plus c will cancel out each other. So ultimately here I do get a plus b plus 2c into a plus b. If you had noted down the previous method, you will find these two answers are exactly same. Might be the order is changed, but again there are the product of two numbers, and in the product of two number we can change the order. So I hope this is clear to you. So please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay. Okay, next question is find the factors of a square minus b square factorize a square minus b square plus 2bc minus c square plus 2bc minus c square. Okay, so let us see how to find its solution. So here I have a square minus b square plus 2bc minus c square. Now definitely can't take anything common from all four terms. Even though from these two I can't take anything common, from these two I can take common, but as it is not possible to take common from these two, we can't factorize it further. Now if you observe carefully, see here it is b square, c square 2bc. Although this is negative, this is negative, this is positive, but square of two quantities and 2 multiplied by these two. So if we have this b square plus c square minus 2bc, I can get b minus c whole square. Or if we have this, we can get b plus c whole square, isn't it? But what we have over here is minus b square minus c square plus 2bc. Now this actually doesn't look like an identity, but if I take minus sign common, so this negative will become positive, this negative will become positive, and this positive will become negative. When we take minus sign common, all the terms get the reverse sign. Okay, now this is the identity of b minus c whole square. So we can use this concept over here. So what I will do, first of all, I do write all the terms that makes the identity together. Okay, actually they are written in that form only. So just what I have to do, I have to take minus sign common. So this gives me b square minus 2bc plus c square, isn't it? Now this is exactly b minus c whole square. So here I will write a square minus b minus c whole square. Okay, now again there is an identity. A, see this is first square minus second square. See, I won't say a minus b whole square, I won't say x minus x square minus y square, I will say alpha square minus beta square. Square of first minus square of second. So that gives you sum of those two multiplied by difference of those two in the same order. That means here I do get a plus b minus c multiplied by a minus b minus c. See, as I told you, always keep the habit of keeping minus bracket before the sign, because over here if you won't put bracket, you will get the incorrect answer. Okay, so this is first square minus second square. So I wrote first plus second multiplied by first minus second. Now I'll open the bracket. So here I do get a plus b minus c, and over here I do get a minus b plus c, isn't it? A minus b plus c. So these are the factors of this expression. So please note it down. Okay, so now please note down your homework. Page number 128 to 129. Homework. Page 128 to 129. Example 1 to example 6. Okay, all examples we done over here. I am giving you for your homework, so that if you revise them once again, you will get better command over there. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you.